What's good? Back again. So we did the C's and I had a cold and it was a shit video, but I'm here to do the D column and hopefully we can just keep this moving and moving and moving. Today is the best day to do it because it is Thursday and I'm off work. I shouldn't be, but I am because it's flooded where I live and I can't get the bus. So here I am doing a video. So it's perfect timing. Anyway, I'm going to move on and just get straight into this because there's a few more D's than I thought there was. And to be honest, these aren't my favourite category. It's the problem with doing it alphabetical. I can't just do my favourite columns of records. I've just got to go alphabetical because it makes more sense to me. And then I'll do some updates further down the line, as you know. So first record we're going to go with is Danny Brown, Atrocity Exhibition. Probably my favourite Danny Brown project. I know he's just dropped a new one. And he obviously got the one with Peggy earlier this year. I like the one with Peggy. I need to get it. So spoiler there, I haven't got it. This is just on black. So I ain't going to bother showing it to you because it's a bit boring to show you a black album. But very good record, I think. If you haven't listened to it, you should listen to it. It's like probably one of the most championed things in experimental music. It's quite dark, quite twisted, lots of themes of addiction and stuff like that. So it's something to check out if you're new to Danny Brown or new to experimental hip hop. I'd say give this a go. It's got some rock elements, so anyone that's into like rock, heavy metal, and you like rap, it's sick for that. I mean, he has got a very unique voice, and most people I tell to listen to him can't get past the voice, which is like funny to me because I think it's okay. But just keep that in mind as that's a feedback I usually hear. Anyway, moving on from there, we've got Daniel Blumberg or Bloomberg. I don't know how to say it. On and on and on and on and on and on and on. Fantastic little record. As I've said to you a million times on these videos, I'm terrible when it comes to genre categorizations, but this one's really interesting. It's got some like acoustic elements and stuff like that. I wouldn't know how to describe it, but it's like a unique and sort of alternative perspective on like an acoustic guitar. Some like sad ballads on there. It's pretty interesting. Again with the Clear, spoke about Clear before. It's a boring variant. It fits the album, but yeah, nothing that exciting. But yeah, I'd say give this one a go. It's quite sad. I really like the song Bound on there. Really like, sort of gives me a bit of a cry on the way to work sometimes. Really interested in that one. Yeah, so I'd say give this album a go if you like more acoustic, sad sort of stuff like that. I think there's a little sort of lyric sheet here as well. I think it's even got like the chords on if it will focus. Yeah, there you go. Moving on from there is a record I haven't listened to in a while. It's basically a compilation album from Daniel Johnston. Daniel Johnston is a similar vein to the last Daniel we spoke about, really. Sort of really lo-fi, acoustic, unique sort of take, and it's very sad. So this is an album I sort of I very much save for when I'm in a sad mood. I need something to sort of express that. Probably even though it's not technically an album and it's more of a compilation, probably one of my favourite things to listen to of this is because it has sort of everything I love about Daniel Johnston all over it. Look at some of that art as well. His art is beautiful. It's sort of part of it, which is why you have to have some of his stuff on vinyl. Very perfect. Fun fact, I had a car crash to Some Things Last a long time on this album, and now that song is sort of special to me in a weird way. Beautiful translucent pink. See, when I talk about Clear records, why can't you just add a little bit of colour in? Look at that. Beautiful pink. Then you go to the second record. Look at that. Beautiful little green. Lovely clear. I love it. As I said, proper sad boy music, this. Really lo-fi as well. I think you need to give his music a chance. No matter what music you like, give it a chance. So much feeling in it. There's so much, like, the Daniel Johnston story is so interesting. If you haven't heard about him, do some Googling. Such a unique character, and bless him, he went through a lot. And speaking of Daniel Johnston, we're going to move straight on to another item. This is the End Is Never Really Over. This is a box set that was done for Record Store Day a few years back. It's a pretty hefty thing, so I'm just going to unbox bits at a time because I can't lift it all up. God, I haven't opened this in a while. I forgot what was in here. So, the little... Oh, come on. Right, let's put my hand behind it. So, the little pin bag. Look at that. Really iconic Daniel Johnston sort of... I don't know what it's meant to be, like a slug or a snail. I haven't used any of this. This is a sticker of some of his art. And some sort of new unique art that I think hasn't been shown before. Really cool little sticker sheet. I'm desperate to use them, but I'm just trying not to. There's a really hench book here. Well, hench, considering it's just part of a big vinyl box, but it's just got loads of his art. The Live in Japan, I'm not going to show you them all because you need to buy it for it. Look at that. All of the nice artworks in there. Like I said to you, it's part of his vibe. When you listen to his music, his artwork goes hand in hand. Look at that. Beautiful. Let me go. Any more? Yeah, there's a t-shirt as well, which I should probably just wear, to be honest, because I ain't ever going to sell this box set. Look at that. It's cool. It's got one of his artworks on it. Yeah, I should probably wear it at some point. I'm not bothered because I've just kept it as a full thing. And then you've got the vinyl. It's on black, so I'm not going to bother getting the discs out. But I will show you because it's two albums sort of into one. Artistic Vice, this one, and then you turn it round, and then it's the 1991, two of his iconic albums. So, yeah, this is something... When I first got into Daniel Johnston, I kind of like bought it on a whim because I went to Record Store Day and there was a few things there and I missed out on it and I was pretty upset. And then I saw someone selling it on Discogs for like close to retail, so I just copped it, and that's where we are. So it was, and I would say, to be honest, the first album I showed so well because it's a compilation. I'd say go for that. If you're new to Daniel Johnston, go for that. That would be the best thing to sort of get you into him. But as I said previously, this is what got me into him, this sort of big box set thing. So it's up to you how much money you've got. If you've got a bit of bread, get the little box set because it's cool. It really showcases his art as well, which I told you is a big part of his thing. So yeah, moving on, this is something a lot of people will know. It's Black Star by David Bowie. I don't know if I've ever actually spun the vinyl of this. The sleeve and that's a bit battered. I bought it from HMV like this, so I should really get me bloody money back when I did it, but I forgot. Look at that, the galaxy there on the print. Picture of David Bowie. I've never been huge on his music, but this album is so dark and there's so many beautiful moments, and this art book shows quite a lot of cool bits of art and some lyrics and stuff as far as I'm aware. Really cool. Really dark album because it was the album he made while he was dying. But to me, it's his best work. I mean, I've listened to a lot of his stuff and I do like a lot of the older stuff, but I've never been inclined to buy a record. But this record, for Lazarus alone and Black Star, the song, it's definitely worth it. It's on black, so I'm not going to get the disc out. You saw the disc at the front. That's a see-through cover with the star. So I've sleeved it back up now, but that's the sort of disc there. If you've not listened to David Bowie and you've never been into him, I reckon you should give that album a go, because like I said, I wasn't huge on him. Gave the album a go, loved it. Dark. It's got some like almost real experimental bits on it, which you wouldn't necessarily expect from previous work I've heard of his. So yeah, some like nice jazz instruments, and I'd give it a go for sure. This next one, Death Grips, No Love Deep Web. If you know about this cover, I can't show you the cover, so I'm going to have to show you the black bag and then I'll get the disc out in a sec. Because the album cover has a big penis on it, and that would get me banned from YouTube and doing these videos, so I ain't going to show you it. But I will get the disc out just because it's a sick colour. So look at it. It's like a green, almost like a Shrek green, like a swamp green. Really sick. I was never even into this album too much. Well, I hadn't listened to it loads. My friend had a Vinyl Me Please subscription and sort of copped it for me on there. So I thought, oh, I love the cover, I love the colour and all these sorts of things. So I was like, do you know what, it's an iconic album and I like Death Grips. So I was like, I'll give it a go because I hadn't listened to it properly. I spun it on vinyl and then I fell in love with it. So I find in general, when I listen to records, I listen to more chill music than I do stuff that's more aggressive and out there, just because I live with people, so I can't be overly loud. If I'm having a party or anything, which is very rare, and when I say party I mean like 3 people, but I put stuff on louder and to listen with friends, and then I like stuff like that a bit more, but more chill stuff sort of takes priority when I'm listening casually after work or something. So I don't listen to a lot of my Death Grips, but I do have a few, and I'll go into some more now. This is The Powers That Be. Might be my favourite Death Grips album. It is really long, but there's some amazing stuff on there. Lots of like heavy metal stuff and dance music influences, as there is with all Death Grips. But I really like this one. This is the Record Store Day red variant. So there's the covers there. Let's get this colour out for you. Both the discs are the same, so I won't bother going through them. I've just realised I haven't sleeved this, so I need to put that on my to sleeve list. Look at that, beautiful red, solid red. Yeah, this album's iconic. I think it might be their biggest one. It's like it's 2 LP, but it's like quite a few hours long as far as I remember. Yeah, but this is hilarious. This is what got me into Death Grips. It's not everyone's favourite. Most people prefer the Money Store or something like that. A lot of people like the No Love Deep Web, but I really like The Powers That Be. So yeah, this is one that got me into it, and I love the cover as well. Moving on to the last Death Grips I've got, I have ordered Government Plates, the little EP thing they did, or short album, but this is this one here, Year of the Snitch. This is the first Death Grips album I ever bought. The cover is just so mad, and when it came out I sort of picked it up. I didn't even heard it, I was just like, I love the cover so much, and I love the song Black Paint that came out with it. I can't remember if it's a coloured variant. Oh yeah, it's another sort of clear one, but I'll show it to you because I've got it out. I think there's better variants of this, but I picked up the one that was just available in my local record shop. This is a bit of a... This album's a bit of a mix. It's quite short, but it has sort of got every element of Death Grips on it. I find that it has a good mix. So for a new fan, I'd say Year of the Snitch probably the best one to get your teeth into, ironically, because that's what's on the cover. It's just showcases everything that people love about Death Grips in a short medium, and yeah, it's probably the most accessible album they've done as well, to be fair. It's still experimental, but it is accessible at the same way. Right, the next one is Dizzy Rascal Boy in the Corner. I've still got the shrink wrap on it, so it's all like reflective. Let me just... God, I've not even opened it. That's how much I don't listen to it. I even bloody opened it. I'm not going to bother because it's just black. So I'm just going to show you that. There you go. Just to show you that. I'm not going to bother opening it because it is just pure black. It's an iconic album. It's even got the price sticker on it. 25 quid from HMV. It's an iconic album, and it's sort of one of the birthing albums of grime. I listened to it a lot when I was younger, but I don't listen to it much now. And Dizzy Rascal, bit of a controversial bloke nowadays, so I don't spin his music. As you can see, I bought it because I was like, oh, 25 quid, that's quite cheap. It's an iconic album, but I don't really listen to it very much. I listen to other sorts of grime a bit more now. But when I was a youth, that was like one of my favourite albums. So there's that one. I ain't going to go too much into it because if you know, you know kind of thing. Dry Cleaning Club. New Long Leg, is it? Yeah, New Long Leg. There's that on the back. This album is really unique. I've listened to it once, I'm going to be honest with you. I love the variant of it, which I'll show you in a second. And the songs I did here I thought was just so unique. It's like rock music, but the vocals are almost like spoken word over it. I'll show you the colour. It's like almost like a yolk, but black. I really like it. yeah, I'm going to listen to this after this video because I haven't heard it in a long time, and I should give it some more spins because it deserves it. But yeah, it always makes me laugh because they kind of sound a bit like Wet Leg to me, but almost more interesting, more unique, and the vocals, like I said, are just so sort of unique for the type of genre. I mean, it might not be, from what I've heard. I haven't heard anything like it previously. And give it a go. If you like more experimental music, you like stuff that's a bit more interesting, give it a shout. Like I said, I've heard it once, so I can't be on my horse telling you to listen to stuff that I've only checked out once, but I think it's worth it from what I do remember of it, and I'm going to give it a spin after this video. And this is partly the reason why I do these videos, it's to sort of appreciate my own collection as much as it is to show you my collection, because there's a lot of stuff here that I forget about. And I think most people, when you start collecting, you go, I've got all this space and all these records that I love, and you just find records that you like, that you love, that you think look cool, that are cheap, and you just keep buying, and then you sort of you forget about records, because you go, right, I've got these records here, I'm going to buy a record, and then you listen to the new one, and the new one, and the new one, and the new one, and you never really take time to come out to the old stuff, which is something I'm trying to do more and more, because I love these records, and a lot of these are so nostalgic to me, so I need to go back and listen to them, and this video is helping that. And now that I've got so many records as well, I'm so much more picky with the space, so I ain't buying as much, so I need to appreciate what I've got, and to justify not buying as much, because I've got these records, so I may as well listen to them. Anyway, that's another one. We've got through D. We're going to do E, F, G, and we're going to get there soon, baby. We're going to get there soon. I can't wait to finish it so I can just do update videos and stuff like that. I'm considering doing a end of year list as well. So, thank you all. Love you all. Peace, baby.